Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
So I'll just say right off the bat, like, this is actually one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, this movie is like, when I was going into it, I was like, I remember it being so fucking good, but like at the same time, I'm like, is it really, like, is it gonna be that good on watch? And yeah, it's fucking, it's so good.
Yeah, so I'll say, it was funny, right? Because we did our Shang-Chi review, and we said how, up to this point, like, the choreography hasn't been, like, as good as, Shang-Chi. No, this is on par.
No, it's on par.
No, it's on par, yes.
No.
Because, look, no. The reason I say it's on par is because Captain America is a street brawler. So if you're looking at it from that point of view compared to martial arts, dude, nah. The street brawling, it's very raw, it's very gritty. The fighting in this movie specifically is how I actually picture if somebody was to get into a straight street brawl. It's pretty rough, dude. They get literally thrown through objects. They get slammed, like in actual terms of like movie brawling. Like, this is top notch.
Street brawl would be like fists and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of that.
He's doing is like fucking like blocks and shit like this and
yeah,
like very specific.
But it's not even just that, dude. It's like they're slamming each other. Like, even just like,
yeah,
it's getting too far ahead. But even like Sam and what's his name? Rumlow, yeah. Even their fight, that shit is, dude, that is rough. They literally, like, slam each other's faces. Yeah. At one point, like, I think it's Sam that gets thrown through the glass. Like, dude, it's gritty as shit. Like, anyway, that's getting too far ahead. So let's start with what the movie starts with, and that's on your left.
On your left, yeah.
I don't think they shot for that to become as iconic as it did. I don't think they planned for that to become. I really don't think so.
No, not as iconic as it did, but they definitely meant for it to be like a connection, between them, of course, because like the way the movie ends and everything.
But it became way bigger than they expected it to. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that scene is well, for starters, the movie. I mean, right away I noticed like this movie is just really gorgeous. Like it's so the colors, everything about it, just. It's such a clean, like crisp, nice looking movie in every respect, and especially just that first shot of just like the lake or whatever that he's running by is just like so fucking pretty.
Yeah, honestly, the way it's shot is just really well done. Mm-hmm. Something about this movie.
This is the first movie the Russo brothers came in to direct.
Yep.
So that's
sure as hell wasn't the last.
Yeah, no. So they kind of hit it off. And you really get to see him fucking, again, with his speed.
Oh, his speed, yeah.
Fucking booking it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how fast he is.
Yeah. And you see his list of things to catch up on.
Which I actually don't know if people know this.
I see that. We both took it down.
Yeah, we both took it down. We took it down on there. He has, like, I Love Lucy. He has the moon landing. Berlin Wall. He has Steve Jobs. Pisco?
I'm
not sure what the hell that is. I don't know.
I think it's like
food.
I think it's another food thing.
Yeah, and then he put
Star Wars / Drag, but it's because he wrote Star Wars, watched Star Wars, crossed it off, and then crossed out.
And then he wrote Nirvana, and then Rocky, and then obviously he added what is it? Trouble Man to the list.
Yeah, Trouble Man.
But here's a little bit of trivia. I don't know if you know this. I don't even know if people watching this know this. So in different parts of the world of each part of the movie, that list is different. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's different. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I swear it's like that list is different. To something that's more impactful to that culture of whatever movie, like whatever
that's
region
fun.
that is.
I like
yeah.
that,
But yeah. Anyway, I wrote on there. I'm here to pick up a fossil. The reason I wrote that is more of like a little cliff note to myself of. The banter between
what
him
and... is that Smithsonian around here somewhere?
Yeah, something like that.
Pick up a fossil,
yeah. But the banter between him and Natasha in this movie is, like, really good. It's funny because I remember it being different when I, would watch this movie. But I remember them being, like, very flirty. But it is flirty,
about this,
yes.
And I told you... It is not. You're like they had her like jumping between every guy. She wasn't.
It's not at all jumping between the guys.
She wasn't at all like sexually or involved with Tony at all. Like that was all a front.
Yeah.
This definitely not.
No, this is definitely a friendlier. I even wrote it on here. It's definitely a more friendlier flirtiness than anything else. But I like it. I love it. Yeah. It's so good.
And then you just get Bruce, and that's it. So the only person that she's ever like really with is Bruce.
Bruce, yeah. Because then they have a mission.
They have a mission, all right.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, Cap literally jumped out of that plane.
Yeah.
Without a chute.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he might be a super soldier, but how are his legs not broken?
Yeah,
like,
the way he hops into that water is
explaining that. And I swear there's something in like the Avengers or in the first Cap movie where he has to like. I think it's in the Avengers because he jumps
Yeah,
out.
he jumps out. He has to have the parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They just were like, fuck it. Let's just make it more powerful.
But, I mean, to be fair, you're hitting water, but hitting water at the speed that he's going
Yeah, dude, he's fucked. He's
painful.
jelly.
Yeah.
He's paste.
But, I mean, hey, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
What do we know? We're not movie makers.
We got Batroc the Leaper.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Just saying, like, you know, he's there. He exists. They put him in this movie, which is really weird to think about, but, you know, they made it believable, I guess. They still kind of kept the kicks in a way, like the little jumpy leaps. Yeah. Little teeny tiny leaps that he does. Leaping kicks.
So I wrote there, it's definitely better coordination than I remember it being. Like, the coordinations in the fights are really good. Like, even like the stunt that like Cap does where he does a flip kick after he tells him where he's like, what are you without that shield? And Cap's like, bitch. Like, oh, all right. He puts his shield.
Okay, yeah.
And then he takes him out like 2 seconds flat.
He's like, oh yeah, I know French too, motherfucker.
Yeah. He takes him out like 2 seconds flat. Like,
yeah. And when he gets on, he's just like running through everyone and like taking them out one by fucking one. Like the throughout the movie, but specifically in this scene as well, like the shield sounds.
Yeah.
It's throughout the movie overall, but like just even in this scene, like the way it's like bouncing off the metal and it has like this weird like warped sound effect. It like sounds so nice.
Yeah.
So
Did you notice this? And I wrote it down because this is the first time I've noticed it watching this movie. He has a darkened shield in this.
Yeah. It's to match the stealth suit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's for stealth, yeah.
Undercover,
Yeah, but that's the first time I've actually ever noticed that. I don't ever look at the shield.
It's like light blue, I think.
Yeah, like not even light blue. It's like very dark. It's like almost like a.
It's like a mix of light blue and gray. Like light, because
you can tell like paint.
It's like light blue and then a darker gray, light blue. You know, like in the circles that it does.
But he has like a very dark shield, which is really cool.
And I wrote like he's so confident and like light on his feet in this first scene. Like the way that he's moving, he's just like.
Throughout this whole movie.
He's like fucking booking it, taking guys out. Boom, boom, you're done. He comes to like that balcony. He doesn't hesitate at all. Just fucking flips off, takes out the guys on here. Like, he's just on his shit.
And that's what I'm talking about. But the choreography in this movie is way better than we don't give it enough credit.
You can tell he's just like he's in his element. Like, he knows what he's doing.
And it's not even just from him, dude. It's like Natasha has some really good moments in this. Yeah. Like Rumlow, like the whole team. Mm-hmm. The whole team. Like,
I wrote. Let's see. Yeah, Rumlow tasing the guy and holding him at the door. So fucking. That's such a cool scene.
I wrote this super professional. Yeah, like
just like a quick, and then he's like holding him, and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like that's I actually wrote that because I also said the same thing. I actually wrote. I think I wrote it further down, but I'm just gonna say it now. I think this is my favorite variation, and I say variation because this is like one of my favorite Natashas. She's very different throughout all the movies, but in this one, she seems almost carefree compared to every other Natasha, and it's really nice. Like this is like my favorite like Black Widow.
Yeah, I think so too.
She's really good. Like even just her design, like the way she fights in this, like I don't know, man. She's so good. She's better in this than she is in most of the other movies.
I think this probably is her strongest
performance.
Maybe Avengers is a close second.
Yeah, but this is definitely like really good. Top performance on her part in this movie.
So yeah, they get out of there. She's doing her little extra secret side mission that he finds out about.
Yes, which he's mad.
And then they go back and he's talking to Fury about what happened. He's like, "You motherfucking piece of fucking shit, you fucking bitch."
Well, before
was
all
what he
that,
wanted to say.
Well, before all that, I like how Natasha like just flat out admits because she's like, that one's on me.
Yeah. He's like, damn right.
Yeah, he's like, like bro, Cap doesn't take anybody's shit in this movie.
No,
nobody's.
I love the little story that Fury tells about his grandfather, like his granddad. That I've always loved that scene. They're going down the elevator. He's like, my granddad used to run with these, and he'd always walk around with his money or whatever in the bag, and then he like, I'll show him what's in the bag, and it's like a couple of crumpled up ones and like a 38 special or so. It's like such a. I feel like it's such a a rare like character building moment for Fury as to give you an insight into how he got to where he is and what is like created him into what he is. I really fucking love that. And Samuel L. Jackson, I think I wrote as well somewhere in here. I think this is one of his strongest performances, if not his strongest.
No, it is
performance
100%. I agree with you on that too.
Because it's the last time that he has a really like prominent
big performance.
role.
Yes. Also, I wrote as a note here, Nick Fury. Just as affected as Nick Fury, as Tony was. His PTSD is just as high after that New York battle. Like
just terrified.
Terrified to the point where they're doing what they're doing. Yeah. Yep, and like
Yeah.
I mean, he's perfectly okay with it, and in reality, it's not right. Like what they're doing. Yeah.
But, it's really like, right after that, it's really. Have you ever seen The Minority Report?
Yes.
It's Minority Report. That's exactly what it is. He's talking about like we're going to eliminate a lot of threats before they. Yeah, great movie.
I actually, real quick, I just want to throw out there. I think one of these days we're going to do an episode of just some of our favorite movies that are out of like superhero.
We should do that. Yeah, we should, and especially if it's movies that
just only bring in
one
three,
of us
though.
hadn't seen.
Yeah,
as well.
only bring in like
introduce
three.
Ourselves to the other.
Yes.
Sort of movie.
Yes.
Yeah, he talks about Insight, and Cap's pissed. He's like, "You fucking little weasel, you lying
like,
and doing all this isn't fucking protection. This isn't peace. This is fear.
Yeah, this is wrong. Yeah,
yeah." And he goes to the museum right after that, and it's really I don't know why it was like easier for me to forget like. All the commandos are just dead. Like they just don't exist now. Like everybody's gone. Like you get introduced to them in that first movie. You kind of build them up a decent amount. This is like squad, and then that's it.
To be fair, in the MCU, they're dead.
Yeah. And
we actually don't know if they're dead.
They have to
because in the comics,
unless they got
in the comics they said they're dead, but like Dum Dum Dugan isn't dead in the comics. Fuck it, we'll never forget that name. So like some of them are still alive in the comics. So and they're still almost the same age as Cap. So I think they do like a cryo freeze or something. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they ever do that in this. That would be a little weird.
Yeah, it would be a little weird. Oh, so we froze three people.
Yeah, who would they come back for now? Like Cap's not doing his Cap shit anymore. That would be weird.
So get rid of the shield. You shouldn't be with it.
Yeah, oh my god, imagine. And then go to Old Peggy, which is just
that is a very sad scene, man.
Yeah,
that is an extremely sad scene.
Everything is hitting me like much more.
Oh yeah,
these
for
rewatches,
sure.
Like
because we're rewatching it with specifically looking out for emotional moments and things like that.
Well, it's also for me, it's like an age difference. Like I can more like understand, that the concept of like what that would be like to have someone like you love, like have that happen.
Yeah, it is sad. Like they're talking and they're having a nice conversation, then. She has that shift, and she's like, "Oh, Steve, like you're back," and I'm like, and he just plays along with it, man.
Yeah,
because that's what you're supposed to do, anyways. He just plays along with it.
It's horrible because she was like, "Oh my god," she was so excited to see him.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Brutal.
So then we get I think our introduction to your boy, Robert Redford.
Yes.
As Alexander Pierce, and he's really fucking good. I actually love him in this movie.
Yes, because he's believable. As a both good guy and bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have been happy either way.
Yeah,
as a character.
It almost because when you don't before you find out about Hydra and everything, it more seems like he's just kind of like there's this misunderstanding of Cap being a fugitive, and he would be like on the run from them, but he wouldn't be the main villain. He would just be like, there's a misunderstanding. He's going out there for the wrong reasons. By the end,
yeah.
But then you realize, no, he's actually
he's flat out just like. He's flat out just like,
you're lying to me.
You get in my way.
Yeah.
We're going to have problems. And it's believable.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So then he goes in and he visits Sam at his little seminar, I believe.
Yep. And I say the way they touch up on war, and that is pretty nice.
I think it's a very nice scene. It's a nice build for Sam as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I never put together the connection of them both losing their best friends to battle, like going out on a mission, and they both lost them. Like
that's like one of the reasons they have.
So now when we do the new Captain America movie with Sam, we can just have him bring back whoever his friend was that got shot down.
Yeah, he's in cryo freeze as well.
He's the fucking summer soldier. Whenever the fall soldier, whenever they went down.
And then I wrote Steve's very back and forth about what to do.
He can't figure out what's going on. He's like, he said like for the longest time I just wanted to do the right thing, and I guess I'm just not sure what that is anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Very conflicted.
Yeah, he doesn't know if he wants to live his life. He wants to keep being so he doesn't know what the hell. Like what I'm saying. He's just.
I think what he really truly wants is to continue fighting and be a soldier, but he doesn't. His emotions and views conflict with what they're doing with Insight.
Yes, because from when he was younger compared to now, it's a very different type.
Well, not even just that. It's also just the Insight. Really, is the biggest thing. Is fucking with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fact that he's like, we're gonna launch these things up and just kill people before they ever commit a crime. Like that's That's
obviously that fucks with him.
Yeah. And so then.
You talking about the chase scene? It's a good one.
It's here. It's arrived.
It's a good one.
This might
really
be
good one.
one of the best scenes in the whole MCU.
It's
genuinely.
It's good. It's good.
And I also didn't.
I definitely don't say one of the best because the chase scene later I think is one of the best MCU scenes. The one on the highway. I think
it's not really a chase scene though.
It kind of is. They're chasing each other. Bucky jumping on the car.
It's more just like a fight where they move. But I'm talking about like, well, it's certainly the best car chase.
Yeah.
That you'll ever get in the MCU.
It's good. I wrote. Nick Fury said, "Fuck them civilians" on there because, bro, he got people killed. I don't care what anybody says.
No, there weren't any civilians. They completely.
What do you mean?
They completely fucking. First of all, so they stop in the middle of the street, right? They stop him. And but
then when he starts leaving, he literally starts to hit.
Oh, you're talking about the cars. Yeah, but he's not killing anybody.
He literally flipped one of the cars over. What do you mean? He hit one of them, and they hit the side. And I swear, either they flipped or something happened.
They're fine. It's the Marvel universe.
It's the Marvel universe. Yeah, the good guy killed no civilians.
Listen, it's him or them. You know. I also just never put together that the reason Fury that he gets attacked so quickly right after is because he went to Pierce right before and was like, delay this, and then that tipped him off that he knew something was wrong. He's like, go fucking kill this piece of shit. Yeah,
100%. It's funny because you say that because I was actually thinking the same thing. Like,
I never put that together. I was always just like, oh, he's getting attacked now.
Yeah. And then even on top of that, I also wrote, so one of the things that makes this scene so good, it's practical.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of this movie's stuff is very
pretty much
practical.
All of it,
yeah. Like almost all of it, like from explosions to the way that some of the cars flip over, all this shit. A lot of it's very practical.
The way that they pull up next to him, he's like, "You want to see my fucking registration or whatever?" He's like pissed at him, and they drive off, and then he gets fucking slammed, and you can tell
he took a whooping.
He has a hell of a lot of faith in that car's armor. It must be really whatever that shit is made out of.
He's like, not yet. And
whatever that shit is made out of, bro.
Yeah, and then he flat out bullets. Yeah, that shit was not even shot. It got down to like almost 0%.
1% exactly.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, release it.
I think it's probably because he knew that was when he would be able to bust it with his bullets because it was weak enough that he could break it.
Yeah.
So he waited to just the right fucking moment. That shit pops up and he fucking guns them down. It's so good. And
but honestly,
the sound design and everything about the whole scene.
That scene is good. It makes you think Nick Fury could die in that spot.
Yeah.
It makes you think oh shit, yeah. But it's so good.
Yeah.
It's very tense. And you just when you think he's gone away, we get fucking the introduction of Winter Soldier,
and his theme comes in,
dude.
The fucking what did I put?
That
this
theme?
ethereal, ghostly, fucking screeching, wailing theme. It is so fucking good, top fucking tier.
Yes, it's really good.
Mm-hmm. I guess we don't really get it ever again after this movie, which is sad.
No, but it's good.
Yeah,
I mean it's so good.
There is a point as well where he's driving and he's he's rams over into another car and is grabbing the guy who's shooting an Uzi at him.
Oh yes, and he shoots all the inside of the
Well, but the guy is shooting at him before he goes over, and then when he goes over, he must have shot at least a minimum of 200 bullets out of one Uzi clip. I'm like, where is this? What is this fucking thing that this guy's
endless
using?
Clip, yeah. Typical movie bullshit.
So let's see. So he goes.
Oh wait! I wrote the way he escaped is him using his lightsaber.
It's a modified version of the lightsaber that he used. Yeah, that's cool. So then we cut to Cap going back to his apartment and meeting Sharon. I guess they've met before, but they have a little talk, and he tries to get her to go out with him. And she says something. She mentioned something about talking to her aunt, which at the time you don't know that they're related. I guess even at the end of this movie, you still don't know. No, they don't actually ever say that she's Sharon Carter.
No, they don't.
They just say Sharon. I was expecting them to say it at the end because they mentioned her one more time, but they don't say her last name still. So it's weird.
Which is kind of funny.
You don't find out until Civil War.
It was funny because Natasha's trying to push him to talk to her.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Maybe none of them knew.
Actually. Yeah, actually, we went over the fact that she's like, oh, maybe you should call you in the beginning, and then she's he's like, oh, can we talk about this after this fight? And he's like, she's like, I'm multitasking. And,
that is honestly the one thing that 100% nails down that there's definitely nothing between them.
Yeah.
Is that she's constantly you should fuck her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's true.
There's no way. But yeah, so I love that she's like, oh, you left your stereo on, I think. And
and right off the bat, it's but he stays cool. He's like,
he goes through the window instead of through the front door.
Yes, I wrote he had to sneak into his own apartment.
Yeah, exactly. And holy shit, I didn't fucking remember this. It's the song. It's been a long, long time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was an in-game only thing. I didn't know that was like a callback. I thought that was just a song that they chose to play. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
That was like, I was like, oh, wow. Like, that makes it even better. Yeah, that's really fucking cool. And the fact that he's listening to that and the lyrics to that song. It's like, God!
Yeah.
So glad that he got something at the end.
I mean, and you have Nick who's trying to communicate.
Yeah, trying to communicate.
He's trying to be,
tell him not to trust anyone.
Yeah.
And then
he's like, "Oh, my wife kicked me out," and then
who else knows about your wife?
Yeah, the way I mean, to be fair, he talked back.
Imagine if Cap was just a moron. He's like, "So wait, so Hydra, Shield, like what's going on?"
Yeah. But yeah, and then you have the death of
those bullets had like power to. Those were some fucking insane impacts.
Yeah, they sound like slugs.
Like the way it hit him was fucking ridiculous.
Dude, Nick Fury got absolutely
3 of them too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then we have.
And I don't know about you. I'm sure I'm not alone. Like everybody was sure he was dead the first time I saw this movie. He was done. Like there was no coming back.
But then we have the simplest, shortest, but possibly one of my favorite moments in this movie.
Oh my god,
dude! That run is amazing.
Tell him I'm in pursuit, and then you get the Winter Soldier theme.
He's
like,
and he takes off, man, and he like jumps through shit, like
he literally slams the wall and like has to pull the shield out, and you see the shield imprint. The way that shot as well, the way he slams in, it turns and goes and lingers on the hole in the wall.
Like you get a in my opinion, Winter Soldier definitely makes. Like, this movie makes Captain America seem the most powerful.
Yeah.
He seems so fucking strong. Like, I feel like... We'll talk about it more when we talk about more the Winter Soldier, because there's a specific note that I wrote that really gets me every time. But, and then he throws a shield. He gets to the roof and he throws a shield.
And he catches it, and you hear that, like,
and
that
it's so
like that metal, like, robot arm sound as well, like, when he catches it and throws it back.
But, like, that part is so smooth when Bucky, like, literally just
a quick...
And then he gives, like, the most, like...
Yeah, he's like, you motherfucker.
And then he throws it back. Yeah. And that scene is
he slides.
It's like a fucking Dragon Ball Z moment.
I always forget that Bucky has a super soldier serum. I always forget that. They never actually explicitly mention it in the movies. They never say that, but that's what it is in the comics, and you assume that's
he has it here too. They do mention it, but it's off.
No, he doesn't say, but what he never says is, they never say he got super soldier serum. They just say he did something to him, and that's how he survived. But in the comics, it's super soldier serum.
Yeah, I mean, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they do mention it a lot. It's definitely made very clear that he's got the serum in him. Yeah. But yeah, I mean... Like, that part is amazing.
Yeah. Every time. Like, if you're watching that and you're not feeling something, you are dead inside. For real.
That part gets me hyped for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like this one I could sit there, honestly, and just rewatch. This is one of those easily to rewatch movies.
So then, we get Fury dying like a little bitch on the table.
Yes. Did you notice the foreshadowing with that, though?
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, okay, so I'm saying foreshadowing. It might just be whatever. But you have, like... 2 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents in the very front of the glass watching Nick Fury die, right?
Right.
But then behind their backs, like Hydra's supposed to be behind S.H.I.E.L.D., you have the two Hydra agents watching Nick Fury die. Behind the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, like, they don't know they're fucking... it's just the way it's done. Like, it's, like, very weird knowing that they're Hydra agents. You're like,
certainly could have been
like,
intentional.
If they really wanted to, they could have just killed Natasha right there. Like, they could have killed Natasha and Captain America if they really wanted to right there. And Maria Hill and done. Because, like, nobody's going to stop that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
But, they're in like a public hospital, so I don't know how that would work.
No, it's not. It's not. They closed it off because she said, "Oh, we have it like it's not a regular hospital. Like they closed.
It is
off.
a regular hospital, but they might have closed it off.
It's definitely a regular hospital. Yeah, it's definitely a regular hospital. It's closed off as shit.
If it was like a S.H.I.E.L.D. hospital, it'd be super high tech, futuristic shit.
Yeah, you're right. They probably would have been able to save his life.
Yeah, but I think this proves though the way that she reacts to his death and everything, just a 20 times better Black Widow movie would have been seeing how she got into S.H.I.E.L.D. and how she built her relationship with Nick.
You mean like a legit good origin movie?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Like, that's...
I find that so fucking interesting as to why they're so attached to each other.
Yeah.
Like, what is their relationship?
He saved her. Because he says he saved me, but, like, dude, I would have loved to see more of a setup for that. I would have been perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, I just don't get... I don't know, like, it's such a clear, like, connection between them, and I don't know what it is.
When we get to Black Widow, we'll talk about it more. I don't really want to...
Oh, God.
We did talk about it. We
have to get back to that. No,
we already talked about it. We're not going back to that. We'll skip it over that. No, we're grazing over that. I'm not watching that trash. I'm sorry. Like, thinking back to it now and watching some of these movies, rewatching... Dude, it doesn't live
We'll
up to the
see, we'll
MCU.
see.
It was like a small smear. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a smear.
So then he hides the drive in the vending machine, which is just like not the best place to hide an extremely important thumb drive.
Yeah, I wrote. It's
that you
probably
haven't even
one
looked
of the dumbest,
at yet.
Yeah, it's
you
one
don't
of the
know what it
dumbest
could
things.
be.
Yeah, I wrote it's a dumb fucking. It's a
like
dumb
the chance, like it's not even like that far back. Like there's not that. It's not that crazy to think that in the fucking like day that you're gone, that somebody could buy 3 packs of gum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like literally like 4 deep. Like you could have at least put it in somewhere where it's like way in the back, or maybe just slide it in between. Like don't even put it in the thing where it could actually get the spins. You know what I mean? Like that's just dangerous.
It wasn't good, that's for sure. And I mean, clearly Natasha noticed.
Yeah, clearly.
And we have Cap coming in, you know, in his suit, by the way, which is so simple. It's when he's gonna go talk to Pierce.
Yes.
And he's in his suit, by the way, and I actually like the suit. Mm-hmm. It's super simple, but it's like, I don't know. It's still one of my favorite suits.
It's still like
it's very soldier.
That's still the cell suit, isn't it?
Yes,
the same one.
But
it's
it's so good though.
Yeah.
But you gotta look at it in the light. Mm-hmm. And you know, he walks by Sharon. He's like neighbor.
Yeah. What a dickhead though. Like what? You know.
She's literally like, she's bothered.
What, they told me to I'm literally here to make sure you're safe, and also I'm like nice to you. Like fuck off.
And then you know, Pierce and him have that conversation, and I wrote there like Pierce is very believable as a good guy. He is. Mm-hmm. You do think that he's just possibly looking out for his friend, and he tells Cap, if you get in my way of trying to figure this out, like, if you're lying to me, you're just as big as an enemy. And it is believable for a little bit. So, I mean, it's nice. It still doesn't come as this big twist, but it's still nice. It's believable. I would have been perfectly fine if they made him, like you said, not the main villain. It's something just on the side.
And then it's time.
This is definitely, again, I don't know. I keep saying one of the best moments, and I feel weird saying that because it takes away from the last moment, but this fucking elevator sequence, the choreography, dude, it's so good.
When you really think about it, though, it's like, did they really think like their best plan was to get into a confined space with this guy?
Yeah, like. But you see how many guys they have?
They do, and they have the cuffs, but and they're all fucking losers too. Like be better at your job. Like don't sit there with your hand on your gun like a moron.
Yes,
like he doesn't know.
So I wrote. Okay, so I wrote. You know, like, it shows you his perception skill. Like, the guy was sweating. Obviously, the dude's, like, nervous.
It's not even just that, though. It's like, as soon as you get on an elevator, as soon as you get on an elevator and you go down 3 floors and 40 people get on with you, something's wrong. There's never in your fucking life is that going to happen. But it doesn't matter.
His perception skill.
Elevators don't even have capacity that big.
Facts. And, like, he knows, and then he just hits us with that line.
Yeah.
Before we get started, does anybody want to get off? Dude, that is so ballsy. This is the best Captain America. This is the movie. I'll tell you right now, right? Okay. So, in the comics, and it's not even all the comics, but I've hated Captain America, okay? All because, and you better put a picture of this, okay? All because of the barrel-chested look, okay? That made me hate Captain America for so long, okay? And the thing is, it's not even like a big Captain America's like comic.
This is like Captain Marvel for you. You keep bringing it up.
But I hate that picture because it's like, even for a comic book, what the fuck is your problem, bro? It's terrible. It's terrible. His chest is like a barrel, bro, compared to his head. Like, I will fucking rant about this all day, but okay. Anyways. So that made me hate Captain America because that design was terrible.
Right.
So, but then like, dude, MCU gave me such a love for Captain, especially Winter Soldier. This movie, he is absolutely the top of his game. It's so
Civil
good.
War 2 has a lot of good character build.
I don't count that as Captain America, but whatever.
I do because purely of the focus that it serves on him.
I know,
and
on
Bucky.
I know, but like.
But at the same time,
I think that should have been called.
I was gonna say this as well when we were doing Iron Man. I forgot to say like Iron Man. As a trilogy, we did talk about it, but like Iron Man as a trilogy of solo movies is the best, most cohesive thing because each one you can technically still watch without having seen the other movies. Like you'll be like, oh, okay, there was some New York thing that gave him PTSD, but you don't have to know to still appreciate the rest of that movie.
Yeah, it
stands on its own at all times, and there's not other characters coming in that you like, whoa, who's this guy? Who's fucking these 20 different heroes coming in to do a Civil War? You know what I mean?
True.
Like Captain America is probably. Actually, I guess the Thor trilogy would be the second strongest. Because you have Ragnarok where they mix in Hulk and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the first two are not amazing movies, but they're still most cohesive solo trilogy.
Yeah.
But then the Captain America trilogy is so fucking good, but it's just like not as like a solo focus purely on him. The last movie is what
it feels like a small Avengers film.
Yeah, but fucking god tier movie. It's amazing.
But so I don't want to like go too deep into it, but like Captain America, my love for him is like because of this movie solely. Like, this movie's so good, dude. I can't with how good this movie is.
But I wrote just there's no hesitation. My man just jumps straight out that fucking window. He just goes.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, fuck it,
I
survive.
think I wrote that too, right? Something like that. Yeah, his quick thinking got out the elevator.
But I mean,
jumped into it.
If you're gonna,
I know he's a super soldier. Wait, I know he's a super soldier, but once again,
shield,
dude, he would have been so fucked.
Dude, the magic shield. Come on, the magic shield.
That fall is so brutal.
I know, but that's the thing. Is like if he can survive the other jump into the water, that's worse. That's actually worse.
Oh, then he's on the bike, right?
On the bike, destroys the ship.
Bro, like nothing.
Yeah.
What a fucking
But that scene though, I'm looking at that and like it just proves he's out of his fucking mind. Like genuinely, he's out of his he's just like he's like I'm just gonna drive straight at this thing that's like shooting massive fucking cannon guns at me. He doesn't make any attempt to dodge it. He just drives in a straight line and they happen to miss him.
Like you said,
you are a fucking psychopath. Yes. I'm sorry.
And then he throws the shield.
Yeah.
Like it bounces back
completely. Like there's a moment where he does like a flip and like grabs the shield, and I'm like, where did physics go in that moment?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It still works.
It's pretty cool. This isn't like my favorite.
No. It's not by far one of the best moments.
It's a decent moment.
But it's like, okay, like we get it.
Yeah,
you're a badass. Relax.
I think it might. In fact, I think it might have been like a little bit too crazy for him to just like drive straight at it and take it out in like one move.
But at the same time, it's believable because his shield is made out of vibranium.
His shield is believable, but the stuff that super strength, does though.
This is what I mean. This is the most powerful variation of Captain America.
Yeah,
100%. There's no. This is like the Hulk version of Captain America. He's very powerful in this. I mean, he literally grabs the helicopter.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he pulled his muscle when he did that scene. By the way, because he was actually pulling on.
Oh, in Civil War.
Yeah. Was it Civil War? No.
Yeah, it's Civil War where he's trying to stop Bucky in the helicopter.
No, that's in Winter Soldier, isn't it?
No.
Oh, whatever.
About him like holding.
My bad. Yeah, you're right. That's in Civil War. Civil War. But still, like whatever. Like, anyways, whatever. That's
anyway, he goes back to get his little stick of gum. What? Surprise! It's not there. Mind blowing.
Because dumbest fucking spot ever.
She just walks up behind him chewing gum.
Yeah, chewing gum.
And
like to literally gloat.
Yeah, he slams him and was like, "Will you fuck!" I know. Constantly, Cap just wants to scream fucking curse words, but he has this code of honor. But she's telling that story.
Well, I put simple disguises once again coming into play because they make fun of them at one movie, but they work. Yeah, they work. Wait till we get to Spider-Man. They work.
We'll see.
They work, boy.
So she starts telling that story about her encounter that she's had with the Winter Soldier in the past, and I love as she's telling it, as she gets that part, she's like, or she mentions him. His theme very like subtly comes up in the mix in like just this creepy ass way. It's, like,
they use his score
cool.
so good.
Yes.
They do it. That's amazing. I can't remember why I wrote specimen. That's pissing me off. Oh, because the guy in the store where they're talking to him while they're disguised, and he's like, "This perfect specimen."
Yes, perfect specimen. If you name me, I've been Gary or whatever.
Yeah. That guy for a quick little one-off thing. Amazing. Then they have their little awkward ass laughing. I was like, when I watched that, I was like, that's awkward.
Yeah.
I was like, that's more awkward.
And I remember when you were making your argument for them being like slightly together in a way in this movie, like you're like, but they kiss or whatever. It's like she knows. She's a fucking. She's been in this situation a million times.
Yeah, so many times.
Kissed 1,000 guys to get out of being shot in the face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
Like there's nothing. Although he does allude to the fact that he's like bricked up. So that was a little weird. Yeah, like she's like, was that good enough for you? It's like, that's not the word I would use.
Yeah.
What, horny? Is that what you use? Captain America?
Horny,
Captain America? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Please don't say that ever again.
I wrote not the word I would use to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I wrote the back and forth between them again. It's so good.
Yeah.
Because they have that back and forth in the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a huge, really nice moment.
It is.
Character again between them. Like he's like, what would you like? She's like, what would you like me to be?
Yeah.
He's like, how about a friend? You piece of shit. You fucking weirdo or whatever.
And then they end up back at the camp.
And they find the hidden secret base, and they go in there, and it's only because Steve knows how everything works. He's like, that's bunker's too close to. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
no one would do that. But then they go in, and right before they discover it's Zola, she like activates the computer. She's like, would you like to play a game? And she's like,
yes,
she's like,
I wrote that. I wrote play game.
It's a register. He's like, I know, I've seen it. And so then it's canon that Captain America has watched Saw.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, right? Like, that's weird to me. Like, imagining him sitting there and watching that, like, what would his reaction have been to seeing Saw?
But we end up in the S.H.I.E.L.D. starting base. Like, this is where S.H.I.E.L.D. got started. And Peggy's one of the founding members.
Zola was recreated through, which I love as well. Like, you get kind of depth when they zoom out a little bit, and you see like how far back it all goes.
He's talking about like the servers,
because the technology at the time, you'd need like a fucking supercomputer, and that's essentially what it is. It's just all these things. I also
wrote how fucking strong of a door was that they had to get into, because even with Cap's super strength. Dude, he struggled. He struggled, and that didn't even look like it was as heavy as like taking out a fucking jet. But he struggled. And then you have Zola, still being alive through his mind,
revealing Hydra has been inside S.H.I.E.L.D. this whole time.
It's S.H.I.E.L.D.'s fault that Hydra's invaded in the first place because they're the ones who hired Zola.
It's true.
And he is the one.
But Zola's just a lovable little chubby little guy.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then fucking...
They send a nuke.
Zola tries to sacrifice itself to fucking kill Cap.
What the hell is he going to do? He's just been sitting there doing nothing for his entire life.
He's just like, okay, goodbye,
He kind of just purely...
I was just buying time.
I bet, though?
He's the reason they survived.
I think he's going to come back.
I'm sure he is.
I think he's going to come back because I feel like he was so willing to sacrifice himself, because if he was still alive and existing down there, there's no way that somebody at some point came down and just like transferred him onto a fucking thumb drive. You know what I mean? Like... They would have done, like, now that they have that technology, he would have had somebody come and
do you not remember
transfer him.
That there was a little machine there?
Yeah, the little USB thing.
Yeah.
But they left that there so that he could go and plug in the drive.
Yes.
That's how they got the files.
But you don't, like you said, you don't really think somebody would have backed him up until like.
No, I'm saying that is. I do think so.
They used. I guarantee you, they did exactly that with that drive.
He'll come back at some point, even if just in a TV show.
Yeah.
He'll definitely come back, I think. So then, now we get the scene where you truly discover that Pierce is insane.
Yeah, but it's so likable.
No, you truly realize that Pierce is out of his goddamn mind because he pours himself a shot's worth of milk, and only milk, and he has nothing else with it.
Yeah.
A shot's worth of milk in a full glass. And he doesn't even finish it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah. First of all, drinking milk on its own without anything else is already like iffy to me.
Yes.
And the fact that he poured so little is psycho shit. He said,
He said, I'm having myself a little nightcap.
No,
it's just a glass of milk.
This is a glass of milk. I was like, okay, no, yeah, I get it. He's off. He's out of his.
And then
mind.
We have Bucky in the shadows, which looks cool as shit.
Very cool. And then poor Renata,
the maid.
Yeah, poor Renata. Oh my god,
that's
horrible.
He said, "Damn, Renata," or whatever he said.
God, like, motherfucking damn, Renata.
He's like, I wish you would have come back. And then boom, without hesitation, dude.
Has to.
Cold blooded, just kills her.
Had to do it to him. Yep. Got to see it through, my boy.
That's what I was gonna say. Got to see it through.
So now we get. They go to Sam.
Yep. And no hesitation, he has Cap's back.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And they hint, but they don't quite show. But they hint at him being Falcon.
Yeah, they show him in the suit, but they don't show the wings. Like they just show the front of him, like walking with his buddy or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, guess what? I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty cool too. We just need to get this thing, But he won't say what it is, and they're like, "Okay, I guess we'll just go and break into this fucking Fort Knox to get you your suit." Like that'll be slight work, honestly. And then we get to Gary Shandling is back as the guy from Iron Man 2.
The senator.
The senator.
But before that, we actually see some remorse from Natasha. Like, she feels like she's bad because of everything.
Yeah, she's like, would you trust me to save your life?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And he's like, I would now.
Yeah.
But Gary Shandling is back, and turns out he's not only a dick, but he's also a Hydra.
Which is perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect closure to his character. It is.
And he's just saying, like, the most, like, stupid
he's like,
bullshit.
He's like, you see that? He's like, yeah, with
But not even that. He's like, yeah, you know, who even listens to that point? We're just trying to fuck these women or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like this guy is
I think he's talking to Sitwell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just funny because like when he goes down the side, he's like, "Oh, did you see that?" And like Sitwell's like, "Yeah, I saw." Like,
he's like,
they had like a genuine conversation back and
it's
forth.
It's like kind of like a funny little joking thing. And you're like, "Oh, that seemed kind of nice."
Yeah, yeah. And
honestly,
then,
I could be a Nazi. Kind of makes me want to.
And then you have Sitwell gets the call from Sam.
Yeah.
And
the handsome looking fella to your 12 o'clock, or whatever he says.
No, 10 o'clock. He's like, no, your other 10 o'clock.
Let's take a pause. A moment of silence for how attractive Anthony Mackie is.
Yes. You would appreciate it. Starting right now, everybody.
All
right.
Let's just let that marinate. And
yes,
just,
he would appreciate that.
Think about that.
He would appreciate that.
We'll all think about that and just imagine him in whatever positions we choose to imagine him in.
Jesus. And then, he tells him, he's like, well, why should I listen to you? He's like, well, I would really hate to ruin that experience.
Yeah, it's probably just, I swear to God, it's probably just like Black Widow or Cap like on a roof with a laser pointer. Yeah, there's no way they were pointing a gun at him. They weren't going to shoot him in broad daylight. But then they get him up there, and he's like, oh, you won't throw me out the roof. You won't throw me out the roof, pussy. Yeah, he's like, I won't, but she will.
Yeah. And this is the moment. This is the moment when I was like, I fucking love this Natasha. Like, this is the moment where I really started to thought to myself, like, this Natasha's amazing.
There's also a point, like, I think it's only for one split point, maybe 2 points, but there's a point where they're throwing him right up against the edge of the roof, and his accent slips out for just a second. He has a German accent for just like a sentence. Like, it slips out because he's like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he says something for a second. He's like, I don't know what he says, so I can't do the accent over what he says, but he says something and you can hear the accent in his voice.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, perfect accent representation.
I was about to. Never mind. Don't do that.
It's this.
Yeah. Sorry. That I can do.
Yeah,
that's
that
okay.
you can do. That's fine.
Okay. So then he's like, they throw him off. Falcon. We get Falcon for the first time.
That's such a good way to get him there.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's amazing.
And
it's a good way to show Falcon, and then be like, we don't care. We just want your information.
Yeah. And then he starts to talk, and he's like,
instantly, by the way.
Yeah. He's like, oh my God. Okay, fine.
He's like, I was born on this day. No, like, bro, he just gives up everything.
And then he's like, so insight, is to we're gonna target all of our enemies. And yes, he mentions Doctor Strange.
Not even just Strange. He mentioned. Oh, please tell me. Yeah. So Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Stephen Strange.
That's all he mentions. Though.
No, it's not, because then he says the Anchor, and I looked up specifically. I was like, that's something. Apparently, that's a reference to Moon Knight.
The Anchor.
Yes, he says a news anchor in a certain place, and apparently that might be a reference to Moon Knight.
A news anchor.
Yes. I don't even say that. He doesn't even say news anchor. He says an anchor.
They know what he's talking about. A news anchor. They're like, wait, why a news anchor?
Yeah, but he doesn't say. I think he just says an anchor in like whatever place he said. But apparently that might be a reference.
Here's the thing, though, and I forgot to look it up.
And then he says,
is he Doctor Strange yet at this point in time?
No, he's not Doctor Strange yet.
So
because
how do they know?
His future, so they don't know what it's going to... Yes, remember? Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
And then, so that's what he's saying. Moon Knight hasn't even been shown yet, but he says that Anchor.
That's hell early.
Yeah, that's hell early. So then you have, like, a reference to Moon Knight. And then he says Secretary of Defense, and apparently people thinking that might be a reference to Ross later becoming part of the Thunderbolts. You know, and it's seeing the future, essentially.
Yeah. So, yeah, then they take him in the car, and they're driving, and...
I wrote R.I.P. I wrote R.I.P. Sitwell, dude. He goes.
Did you write exactly that?
R.I.P. Sitwell, baby. Yeah. R.I.P. Sitwell, dude. He gets grabbed and fucking straight.
It is a fucking horrifying death. Like, dude, it's really violent.
It's bad.
It's so like a the sound
that he made when he hit that truck.
Yeah, it's a horrible death. The way he gets like yanked out of there and just thrown. Like, holy shit.
And then this is one of my favorite sequences on the MCU, because this is like. This is awesome. Like, this is so good. You get to see a showcase of, and this is where I wrote the note, by the way. You get to see a showcase of how brutal Winter Soldier can be, how brutal Cap can be.
Right.
He didn't know it's fucking Bucky yet.
Right.
You get to see the brutality of Natasha, like, and not just that, her cunning, like with the little recording.
Right.
Next to the thing and then not even just that, it's like Winter Soldier just like creeps up to the car, and he takes a grenade. He rolls it under there.
Yeah, very gently.
Yeah, and like it rolls real slow. Also, and it's tense. You're like, oh my God, like what's about to happen? And then it's just next to the.
Also, though, she has like the most realistic audio recording on the phone you could ever possibly.
Like what the hell is that? It's a spy. It's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. She's a spy. She has super audio. But before that, we have that like really cool scene.
They get launched out of the car where he like grabs them on the thing. But Sam still gets fucking shit on. Like he falls off. His skin has to be disintegrated.
I wrote there's no way he was that perfectly fine. But hey, it's Anthony Mackie. It's fine.
I mean, he probably has the skin of a
god.
god.
That's Mac Daddy right there.
He has godly skin. Yes. Who knows if it's maybe he's like Luke Cage.
That's Mac Daddy. Anthony for you.
So then there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of shooting. There's a lot of stuff. Sam's helping.
It's good. It's really good.
She's jumping off things and grappling hook and shit, and it's really badass.
It's a good scene, and then we get one of the most memorable things that people apparently consistently ask Sebastian Stan to do or try to learn, and it's a knife flip. Everybody loves that shit. People love that shit. Like, that knife flip is cool as shit. It's so funny because it happens so quick. If you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. But it's so big. People love that knife flip so damn much. I've literally seen too many fucking TikToks of people
trying to recreate it.
Oh, I learned a knife flip. I'm just like, I know. I mean, it's cool.
It's cool. Anyways, but you're not.
Yeah. You're not the Winter Soldier, man.
Let's see. I wrote. You really feel the impact of these hits too.
Oh yeah, no. That's what I meant by it's visceral. Dude, it's so good. Like that's what, and that's because it's in the choreography to be that good though. Because
it's more in the sound. It's more in the sound design.
It is in the sound design, but it's not just that because you gotta throw that hit, and you gotta make it look good, but take it good too. And they do that.
I'm more speaking on like when he gets slammed into the car, or when he like really slams him. But when they're doing like the hand-to-hand shit, it's well choreographed, but it's not mind blowing to a level like that Shang-Chi was.
No. Of course
it isn't to that level.
No, but what I'm saying is we didn't give it enough credit in the terms of like Shang-Chi is 100% martial arts movie.
Yeah.
So like the choreography has to be on point because it's martial arts heavy. It has to be. If you guys failed in that martial arts part, you failed the whole movie. But this is like brutally like street fighting. Like there is no honor in this fight. Like there is no honor. They're like, I'm gonna fucking die or you're gonna die. And don't get me wrong, Shang-Chi's like that too. But they're still martial artists, and there is honor in a martial artist. Like there's one thing they're taught when they're being taught martial arts. Yeah. Here it's like, you can put your shield out in front of you, but I'm gonna hit you with this grenade launcher. You're fucking flying. Like, dude, it's brutal. And a lot of it is in the sound design. The hits do sound good, and I love that. It's so satisfying when he swings at him. And he punches the shield, and you get that like that.
That boing,
Dude, it's so good. It's satisfying.
Very, very cool.
I love that scene. But then I wrote, why is it that after this fucking movie, Bucky gets nerfed? Dude, he gets nerfed so hard. And it's funny because I'm about to go back to What If here in a second, the What If zombies. I think Bucky, when he has no emotions, is God tier compared to when Bucky has emotions.
Boundless.
Because he has no emotions here. He doesn't care, and he doesn't hold back, right? But then he's in Civil War, and he holds back because he does feel bad. When he's not in Winter Soldier mode. And then, of course, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he's completely he has complete guilt, and he gets his ass stomped repeatedly.
No, he does not get his ass stomped repeatedly.
Go back and watch that shit. He took L's left and right, bro.
He fucked up in the one.
He took L's left and right, bro.
He took that one. Problem where they shut down his arm. The Wakandans shut down his arm.
On the truck, he lost.
I don't remember how he lost.
On the truck, he lost. Off? I think he was one of the first ones to get. It doesn't matter. He lost though. He was losing a lot. It was really annoying. It pissed me off because.
But he's never fought multiple super soldiers at one time before, has he?
True, but it doesn't matter. He still lost almost. Okay, so every fight up until I don't know, maybe in Captain America 4, Bucky's lost almost every fight that he's been in. He hasn't won almost any. He won more in the Winter Soldier than he did anywhere else. That's what I'm saying. Go back and watch. You're gonna go back. I mean,
he shits on those cops in Civil War, in the stairwell.
Oh yeah, but they're just cops. He's a super soldier.
But he fucking shits on them.
But he's a super soldier.
But he shits on them.
Anyways, he gets nerfed. But
anyway,
whatever.
Yeah.
He
cool
gets
fight.
nerfed.
They fucking mask comes off. He's like, Bucky. Who the hell is Bucky?
Yeah. He reacts.
And then.
They
what
get
is
captured.
it they go to next?
They get captured.
Yeah, they get captured, and then Maria Hill breaks them out, and she's Black Widow. Is Black Widow shot? Yeah, Black Widow shot,
and she's in rough shape.
And they get to the place, and they run in, and you see, and I fucking forgot to look up and figure out exactly which one it is. I want to say it's Anthony Russo, who is the doctor that comes up and he's like, let me take her.
Yeah.
That's one of the Russo brothers, and he's there, and he has a couple other lines when he's talking to Fury or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And I really like the explanation of his death being the classic like spy movie, like I slow my pulse to 1 beat per minute.
Why it was created makes a lot more sense.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
It makes sense in the Marvel universe because it's Bruce Banner creating it to,
unfortunately, but
to
amazing.
help himself keep his pulse low
Yes.
so he wouldn't turn, and that makes perfect sense. So then Fury's alive. They're talking. They're doing things, and then we go to Bucky in the chair.
Yes.
Having to get mission report and all that shit.
And he's non-compliant at first.
Yeah. And it's really.
And then we got our Then we got our next Easter egg, the arm thing again. It's in that one when he's being dragged and he looks down and he's missing his arm.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be it. Like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. Though.
But it's still the left hand though. It's
an arm. It's like a whole arm though, and they don't show it getting cut off. I feel like
don't show it. But
they're
it's cheating.
They're cheating.
They are cheating because it happens again in the next movie. We'll talk about it here in a minute.
Cheaters.
But it doesn't matter. It's still the Easter egg.
Yeah.
It's still a thing. And then go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I just thought like it's just really fucking like and Sebastian Stan's performance and as well like his performance of where he specifically when he says, "But I knew him."
Yes.
Like that hit.
Yes.
Like I was like, damn.
But and the thing
he
is,
just can't let it go.
It's not even just that. You see, I love it because his performance in this specific spot is so good because yes, he's extremely he's conflicted as fuck. He
just
so
can't
conflicted.
let it go.
He can't. But he's still partially compliant with everything. Because they didn't force the.
No, but that's because think about it. He's in a room surrounded by people with guns. He can't. There's no way he's getting out of there without dying.
But he's a super soldier. You know
super soldiers can't.
But none of them have their guns up to him. But he can. They're not bulletproof. But he can still get out. Like.
No,
he's quick on his feet. He's the goddamn Winter Soldier. Do you not see the movies where he's blocking like this?
Right here.
Hey, do you guys not see the movie where he's blocking like this and they only shoot his arms? That would have happened.
He's like right here. There's like 4 guys here, 5 guys here.
I get it, but he still
listens. No chance.
But he still listened
he
like a
could have
good
killed
lap
some
dog.
people for sure, but like why?
He still listened like a lapdog. He still.
Sure. Okay. Wow. Jesus.
Yeah, but he still listened like a lapdog because he's still technically.
What do you have against this man?
Whatever.
Christ.
I actually love Sebastian Stan. He's a good-looking dude.
Well, that.
Oh wait, I didn't go back to the what if thing though. But going back to what if with Bucky, he has no emotions in this. He of course he doesn't because he's already lost Cap. He's lost everybody he knows. He's literally just coming right back off of Infinity War when he officially comes back.
Right.
And he's just fighting another war, and he doesn't have a chance to be emotional. He doesn't have friends, and like he's way more brutal than this too. Yeah. But he takes out Cap without hesitation. He's like a zombie, and I mean, we know about the whole Sharon thing too. But, yeah. So, but yeah, he's that without emotions. Bucky is a bigger beast.
A bigger beast.
A bigger beast.
For sure. Not a fucking lapdog.
Not a lapdog. You're damn right.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I really like that flashback scene of him and Steve. That's like a really really nice scene for like character building for them when he's like. I don't want to, stay with you or whatever. And it's like, or like, I don't want to feel like, you have to let me or whatever. Or I don't want to, I can do this on my own, I think is what he says. Mm-hmm. And he's like, but the thing is, you don't have to.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Stan Lee is a security card for the Smithsonian.
I'm so
he's
fired.
like, I am so fired.
Yep.
Because he steals the suit, which is great because
Yes.
I forgot that was actually a thing.
I actually
good
forgot.
to see that original suit. But it is like, I'm pretty sure it's slightly modified because they didn't have his original suit, so they just kind of guessed based off of the footage. Yes. So the back of it, I think, is different because most of the footage of him, you can see the front, but you can't see the back. So there's like different like straps in the back, which is a cool attention to detail because they wouldn't know exactly what it looked like.
No, but it's true. It's definitely modified. Then we have another slight Easter egg. I don't know if you know these or not, but I'm sure you do. We have a Community co-star.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's what's his name? Danny Pudi, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Pudi. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, because
who plays
Russos.
Abed
in
the Community. Yes, because the Russo brothers directed Community.
Yeah.
So they actually got a bunch of the Community people. So you'll hear more about that. But yeah, that's the first one officially.
Yeah. So they go in. He makes his little speech. People are.
By the way, his speech is essentially like truth and justice. Like, I don't know if you know in the comics, he's all about truth and justice, obviously, right? This speech is literally about truth and justice. Like, he's like, hey, I'm telling you the truth, and you need to bring these people to justice.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually just put this together, and I feel stupid. I'm sure I put it together when I was younger, but I forgot. But like, you realize why he's good at like rallying people, right? You know that, because of his his
situation that he was in. Yeah.
But that's why he's so good at rallying people is because he's had the actual experience.
Because he's a captain now.
Yes.
That twist with Black Widow being there was actually really good. Yeah, like not knowing going in the first time. You never would guess.
But knowing now, if you watch,
She like rolls her eyes a couple of times.
Yeah, she looks worried because he says, "Oh, these are biometric data." So like it's supposed to like read their like biometric data. So she's like for a second looks worried right before she pins it on, and it ends up being fine. But yeah, like which obviously Pierce was lying about anyways because it ended up not being that. It ended up being
right.
Yeah, but she like looks worried for a second, and knowing that, I was like, yeah, you kind of can tell. Yeah, she must be disguised.
So we have they're working on trying to get the chips into the ships.
Okay.
They're trying to get the chips in the ships, and there's a point where Bucky's going across like one of the helicarriers and just taking people out. And we have again. Did you put this down? This is 2 movies in a row now, and there's no way. I don't think it happens.
Have to keep looking away.
I don't think it happens in Civil War, but this is 2 Captain America movies in a row. There's a little theme of a guy getting thrown into a propeller.
Yes.
It happens twice. Now, this one's a lot less graphic, for sure.
Yeah, way
he just
less
kind of gets in and it explodes. But that's twice now. I'm starting to sense a habit here, and I don't like it, okay? This is too far.
You're talking about with...
Bucky picks a guy up and just throws him into a propeller.
He goes to air support unit?
Yeah. He just throws him in, and then he blows up the whole fucking thing. It's like, Jesus Christ. We're like committing to this. Which I think as well, people were saying, it does seem to kind of be like an Indiana Jones like reference that they stuck to, like how they do the Star Wars things.
Yeah.
I think it might actually be kind of like a nod to that.
I mean, possibly.
That they kind of tried to keep running, and I don't think it continued for Civil War. I can't remember, because I didn't remember this one. So I might be misremembering Civil War. Maybe somebody does get thrown into a propeller.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's like right around the corner. It literally is right around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rumlow is a fucking badass, like, genuinely. I think he's... And I don't know if I don't know.
Wait, did you skip over, like... Hold on. You skipped over the computer, the standoff in the computer room.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it. People like standing up and,
But, yeah. But what I'm saying is,
I think that's what I'm talking about here, is Rumlow is a badass because of the shit. Like, the way she has him at gunpoint, and he just, like, fucking turns it away, and just starts blowing people away.
He catches it, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, obviously people tried to stand off. Everything, okay. It's a little frustrating because everything that everybody tried to do was for nothing.
Yeah. They all just died.
Everything. They all just died. So
Captain America's like, listen, guys, sometimes the sacrifice is hard. He's like, oh, wait. Like, if he knew it was going to be like, damn, you guys are all dead already? I didn't even get to finish my speech. Like, as he's doing the speech, like, 6 guys get fucking murdered. Yeah. And he's like... Guys, come on! I thought you guys were better than fighting than this. Like, I wouldn't have told you to do this if I knew you were so shitty.
What's it called? I actually wrote real quick about the whole Black Widow disguise thing. Like, we don't see that tech again until Black Widow.
Yeah.
You know how useful that shit would have been? Like, dude, that's a good tech. Like, Black Widow only. Like,
yeah. It's her exclusive thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I actually wrote how awesome is Falcon though, for real.
Oh yeah.
Because think about it. No serum.
This is his best form for me.
He has no serum.
Yeah.
He has nothing, and he's still just as badass. Like, he's still shines.
Well, what I mean is, like, this to me personally is the most badass that he ever is in the movies, because I just love when he uses guns, as opposed to just having like, Red Wing and then nothing else, like his fists.
Yeah, but no, when he has the guns, he doesn't dive. Yes.
And he does the dive and shit. He's like fucking flipping out, dual wielding Uzis.
Yeah.
Like, this
They're
is
cool. He like flips them.
They flick out from his arms.
Dude,
so dope.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, the fact that they got rid of his guns, I'm just like, they could have given him rubber bullets. Like, they could have done more.
Well, he still would kill people, I think, right?
Probably.
I mean, Cap kills people.
Red Wing can kill people.
Yeah, Cap has killed people, right?
Yeah. What do you mean? Of course.
Yeah.
Dude, you really think he's throwing a shield at somebody's fucking head and he's going to get concussed? No, man.
It's a magic shield, dude.
Whatever.
It's a magic shield. It does whatever he wants it to do.
Okay.
But yeah, I said, like, Rumlow is, like, a real badass. And I wish, it's cool to see him as Crossbones in the next one. But, like, I feel like there's more...
Nope. Wasted opportunity.
I'm saying there's more that they could have done with him. Like, it's cool to see him as Crossbones, but I feel like there could have been more to that.
Rumlow had more screen time than Crossbones.
I really like him, like, as a character. And just, he's such a fucking badass. And I don't know if this is, like... I don't know if this has ever been said before. I feel like I'm probably not the only one to like think this, but John Bernthal is amazing. But I feel like the guy who plays him could be an amazing Punisher.
Yeah,
I think so. That's just me.
No, I agree.
Just by looking at him, like, he just gives me Punisher vibes.
Punisher vibes, yes.
For
he
sure.
could be a good Punisher, yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, John Bernthal,
amazing.
Is fucking. Wait!
It's so
like,
good.
He's amazing. I love him. But yeah, I noticed, like, in another universe, like, there's something there.
In an alternate, in a what if episode.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what if Rumlow didn't fucking get his face blown off?
Jesus.
Let's see. So then they start, Insight starts targeting people,
Yes.
And
Actually, wait, before that, Natasha leaks everything.
Yeah.
She dumps all the files, including everything of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I feel that did not have enough impact in the MCU.
No, it didn't have any impact
Yeah,
at all.
I was going to say, unless it's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which we didn't watch.
Actually,
But I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. leads up to this, so it doesn't matter. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. leads up to Age of Ultron, apparently. So I don't think...
it definitely could have.
It could have had way more.
This had massive ramifications on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know that, because obviously S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist after this movie. But I never watched the show, so I don't know what sort of...
Yeah, so I'm assuming that was more of a setup for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. than anything else.
Probably. But yeah, and then she does that. Fury does the eye thing.
No. Hold on. You're skipping over something that I think is ridiculous.
What?
So I wrote the air support team gets shredded by Bucky because that's when this happens. I wrote the way it's brutal too. Like, it's not as violent as good, but it's like, dude, it's horrendous. Like, he literally like shreds some people. Not even just turning them into the thing. Like, there's another one that, damn it, I wish I would have been more specific with it. There's another part that he does where I'm just like, what? Like, but I can't remember right now. But anyways, and then we get, before the eye thing with Nick Fury, it's the most overdramatic shit I've ever seen in my life. Nick Fury comes in and like he stands in his fucking coat flaps in the wind for a second.
He lands in a helicopter.
I literally was watching this. I literally was watching this. So I was like, okay, this is probably like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I literally paused. I literally had like a Jim Harper moment from The Office where like I wish there was a camera watching me at all times, but I would have been like, and just looked at it for a second because it was over dramatic, bro.
Yeah.
He like came in. He was like Batman for a second. Like, so I was just like, okay.
So there's you start to see inside targets, like the targets start locking.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's plenty of different things.
Yeah, there's Easter eggs in there.
That I didn't stop for all of them, but I noticed there's one in Avengers Tower. I checked it. It's Tony.
It's Tony. Yes.
Specifically, it's like Anthony Stark, Avengers Tower. Yeah. It's like, ooh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a lot more different things. There's probably Stephen Strange is probably in there and shit like that. You probably see different names, but I didn't pause for all of them. I wrote, this might be Samuel L. Jackson's best performance Marvel-wise, which I talked about earlier. And then, actually, it doesn't happen yet. They're doing all the, Sam gets his helicarrier fixed, Cap does the first one, and then they're heading to the last one. And
Bucky gets grounded.
Bucky?
Did I say Bucky? Bucky grounds Falcon. Sorry.
Yeah. He's out, and then he
grounds the fuck out of him.
He gets into a Rumlow, which I think is so badass.
It is.
Fight,
it's good.
And then the building and him running away from the building getting destroyed.
I can't remember what I wrote. Oh, yeah, Rumlow versus Sam. Like, dude, Rumlow is no slouch at all.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, that fight is good. And this is when this is when it really, like, hit me where I was like, these fights are, like, brutal. Like,
yeah.
They don't hold back on these fights at all. Like their hits are impactful.
Yeah.
You feel it. Like when I'm telling you, there's a point where Sam gets thrown. I'm just like,
Jesus,
fuck off. Like,
but not as bad as Black Widow though. Like the Black Widow movie. You remember how they get thrown into shit left and right? Yeah.
To be fair, there's a few moments. We'll go into it.
But anyway, and then that point where he's running through the building, he's like 41st floor, and he's now
you skip over something kind of smart. Bucky has a fucking amazingly smart moment where he shoots at Steve. He shoots at Steve, and he's aiming at the shield at first, and then he quickly goes to aim for the feet.
Yeah, it's the first and last time it ever happened.
Yeah, but then Steve takes the shield and puts it down real quick. Yeah. So then Bucky takes both guns and shoots them both, and he hits
one of them.
Steve.
Yeah,
and it's just like oh shit, like
first and only time.
And it's like, oh god, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, it's like, but it's so funny. Yep.
But I just. Yeah, that like him running, and they're like, stay where you are. He's like, not a fucking option. He's still running.
Yeah.
That's a really badass like little miniature like whole like set piece going on.
Yes.
Like, on top of everything else that's happening.
Yeah.
Like a little side set.
And then he says 41st floor. He jumps out, and
he's
he
like,
would have died in real life.
Put the numbers on the outside.
Yeah, but he would have died, bro. That was a far jump that Falcon did. Yeah. And then he hit that door, and it only partially opened.
No, it came off.
Yeah, it came off, but he would have kept going. He would have just stopped dead in his tracks like he did, because he literally stopped himself from falling off the helicopter.
Well, no, because in reality, if you hit that, it's gonna tank your momentum, and then she grabbed him.
Yeah, I guess
he didn't do it.
He would have died.
He would have fucking.
You mean to tell me my man walked away without a broken fucking arm though?
We don't know. Actually, he could have.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, because there's after credit scene and they're just standing by the grave.
Yeah,
and he's not.
Who knows how long that is afterwards?
Not that long, because
you don't know that.
Yeah, yes.
You don't know how long Cap was out for. Cap could have been in a coma for 30 years.
Oh, you know what? No. It was a while, because Cap's face is completely healed.
Oh God, imagine if he went to sleep for another 20 years and missed some more shit. But yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, his face is fully healed.
I think he was chilling in the hospital for a long time.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, he's probably pretty fucked up. I mean, he's a normal human. He probably has some broken ribs.
Oh, wait, no, but he's sitting in the fucking hospital bed with him when Cap's
I know,
out.
but I'm saying Cap's out, and he's...
But no, Cap's face is not fully healed on that one.
But you still don't know how long that is.
Doesn't matter, bro. A broken arm doesn't fucking heal in a week. It doesn't. Trust me.
Thank you for that piece of advice.
Sam should have 100% walked away with way more damage than he did.
There's one thing my dad always used to tell me. It was... A broken arm doesn't heal in a week.
Okay,
that was just a piece of wisdom that he always imparted to me.
Yeah, whatever. But I mean, we skipped over some of the cool stuff, like them, like I don't know. There's just some like
they're fighting. You know,
that fight is
great
good.
Performance from Sebastian
Steve
and
gets shot hard.
And Chris Evans again. Yeah, he gets fucked up.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I mean, you know,
and he beats the shit out of him too. He's like, "Stop fucking calling me that shit out. You're my mission, you bitch." And he just like, can't fucking go through it. It's like really. And he ends up saving. Really impactful stuff.
Yeah.
Real.
You definitely got too ahead on that one when you fucking.
I know, but I still, you know, I don't know. I had it in my notes and I just wanted to like mention. I just love that part with him in the building so much.
I wrote. Okay, so I wrote Sharon. Sharon was a waste of a character.
For this movie.
Not even for this movie, bro.
But she goes on. She's doing something now. She's something.
But it's stupid that they made her. Whatever. Who cares?
We'll see how it goes. Is she gonna be? Oh, now I think about it. She's a villain. She's gonna be like another one of the ones that's gonna be on the team. I bet, right?
No, she's not on the team.
No, come on, she's going to be.
No, because she's doing something secretive with something else. I think she's gonna be a.
She's gonna be involved in that somehow. She's not just gonna be her own thing.
We'll see.
Unless she's a part of Captain America 4.
Yeah, she might be. I don't know. We'll see where they go.
Like a sub-villain, maybe.
But, you know, Rumble survives, obviously. He becomes Crossbones later, like we said.
Yeah.
Nick Fury gets... Oh, yeah. So Nick Fury... Oh, this is so stupid. So at the end of this, Nick Fury takes his eye patch off.
Right.
Just to have it again in Age of Ultron.
Right. Well, I think it's more than just that he can't wear the eye patch. He's going undercover. Like, he doesn't... nobody can know he's alive.
Yes,
but when you go to Age of Ultron, nobody still knows he's alive. He's completely gone. Like, from here on out... Yeah, he's still dead to the rest of the world. He's always just showing up in these random places where only there's like Avengers and people around. Like nobody knows he's alive, so he can do whatever he wants.
I get that. But why did you have to remove the eye patch? You literally are gonna put it back on. This is what I'm picturing, right? He's like
he was going in public to a gravesite.
No, yes, I get what you're saying, but why burn the eye patch at that point? Just put it in your fucking pocket.
Well, no, but because he's going fully undercover for a decent
Hey, you guys are with me in this, right?
Fuck off.
It stopped itself.
Son of a bitch.
Anyways, hey, you people are with me on this, right? Like, I mean, the audio's still recording. You could just put this up, but I mean, he could have just put that shit in his pocket. Pocket patch. Coming to a store near you. But no, for real. Like, why did you? I'm still talking. You're gonna keep this in there.
I'm gonna cut all that out. What the hell?
Why are you gonna cut that out?
Because that was weird. No, fuck you.
You could. You have no idea how much. You have no idea how much we lost. You could have kept that in there.
No. Look,
you could have 100% kept that in there.
Look, listen. The most important thing is fuck you. And so everybody kind of splits off and does their own thing. And Maria Hill, I guess, applies to work at Stark Industries. Is implied because she's like in there, like in a job interview setting, and it's just Stark Industries on the glass.
Yeah.
And I think this is the last we see of her.
That goes nowhere.
We have not seen her.
Literally goes nowhere.
I don't know. I would imagine we'll see her again eventually, maybe. But so far, that is the last time we've seen Maria Hill.
Yeah,
that I remember.
Nick is officially dead, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we got to set up for.
I feel like we might get her back once we finally get deeper into the whole sword thing.
I mean, yeah.
Because whatever he's doing in space, we don't really know.
But then, of course, we get back to the after credit scene, and it's a setup for Age of Ultron.
Wanda and Pietro.
Yeah.
Which I like the setup, but I don't really. The scene kind of comes off a little cringy.
Stupid.
To me. Yeah. It doesn't look too good. She's like doing her thing.
Yeah,
he's like slamming into walls.
I was like, this
it doesn't hold up very well. Yeah. But I like the idea of teasing that at least.
Yeah.
It's good. The soundtrack is fucking amazing.
Yes.
And it was done by Henry Jackman, who's done a hell of a lot of other soundtracks that I love. And he did the Uncharted 4 soundtrack, which is legendary.
Automatically, it's a win because you're a
legendary fucking soundtrack.
Because you're a fanboy.
Fuck. That shit is good. But anyway, that just kind of explained to me, like, oh, that's why the music in this is so good, like that Winter Soldier theme and all that.
Yes.
But yeah, so.
I mean.
It's a movie
that we like. Good. I give it a 9 out of 10.
I give it a 10.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
I typically don't rate things based off of their objective thing. I usually go off of what I feel.
Oh, no, I go off what I feel.
enjoy it.
I go off what I feel. There's a couple parts that piss me off in it, which is why I marked it a 9 out of 10.
What was that?
The Nick Fury eye patch thing is stupid. I know you don't. I know you don't think so, but it's
literally
stupid.
like 2 seconds of the movie.
Yes,
that takes it down, what, 0.5?
No, but it ruins the setup for the future. Is what I'm saying. Like
every single movie that we watched so far has had something like that, where they set something up and it doesn't go over. So let it go.
I can't let it go, man.
Let it go.
I can't.
You need to fucking relax and center your fucking chi.
I can't center my chi.
And just let it fucking go.
Center my fucking cock between your cheeks.
Okay. Jesus.
All right, so yeah, I rated a 9 out of 10.
I'd give it
it's a good movie.
Yeah, 9.5 out of 10.
Yep.
It's just a top fucking tier Marvel movie.
We're not gonna cut this out. Keep it in, please. Just keep it all in. No, this is our third take. Come on. We gotta have a little fun, man. This is our third take, okay? We fucked it up. No, I fucked it up. It's all fucked.
Look, we're just not gonna say the ratings. Who gives a shit what we rate it anyway? All that matters is how we rate it at the end of the phase.
Dude, you gotta keep in some of our stupidity, okay?
No,
that's where we shine. Is our stupidity. Keep it in.
But it won't make sense unless I keep in all of it.
No, you don't have to keep in all of it. Just you can literally just keep in the start of this, okay? 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. This is our third take. We fucked it up, all right? Anyways, so thank you for tuning in for this episode. We'll see you guys next time when we talk about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Goodbye.